All right, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Here we go, looking on the 15-minute chart here. Put a couple of areas right here from 19,826 to 32. Look for some resistance there. Probably right where we're at also. You know, if you look at this and say, yep. Looks like he had some support here. Support. Okay. I'll just leave that off because I'm covered right here. So here's my resistance. Now we also have a big CPR, so that sometimes can denote a choppy day, right? I mean, this is a pretty big CPR. Central pivot range, you know, looking at 114 points, that's pretty big. So might get a little choppy in here. We got a big resistance area from 745 to 981. Yeah, this red zone right here. They call that the bear zone. So what I like to see is if we break up in there, is to do something like this. I mean, again, this is what I like to see. Doesn't mean it's going to happen like that. Something like that. Even if we can only go halfway, yeah, it's fine. But just get a retracement off there before the next push up. So if I, throw my fibs on, I can throw my fibs from here to the bottom. Okay, so we're getting pretty close to the 50% retracement. So this is pretty typical, is what they'll do is they'll reject right in front of the 50%. Try to get people to latch on, go short, and then they'll rip it up. At least come back up and touch the 50%. So my two areas obviously will be the 61.8, which is 840, and then up here at 922. So obviously already a big move up, 188 points. So yeah. Powell speaks at 10. So not much I'm going to do until he's kicks it into gear. Here's some news. Today's what, 23. So we already had we have new home sales at 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. This is Pacific time. 9:30. Goldsby. With 10 o'clock is also, there you go, Powell speaks. So I'll be waiting for him to speak and get things lit up. Anyway, what I'm going to do is put this on all the charts so I can see it. That way it's on all my charts. So there you go. Upside targets. Yeah, upside target. So you got 783, 840, and then 922. So the 38.2 this morning, you know, we came up above it, which is, you know, they like to get, a lot of people will take the 38.2 and take it short. So 726, you know, that's only 8 points right there. You could have taken this short from 26, you know, down to 16, 10 points. So I don't know if it'd be worth it, but you didn't, you know, obviously you don't know when that starts to play out. But the 38.2, I know one person who, she used to just make all of her money on this 38.2 retracement. Anytime she comes up, she would take it short and then take out one off at 5 or 10 and then trail the other one. So anyway, we kind of held, and then we make a move up. So here, you know, here I got a 5-minute fair value gap. I'd be looking for it to hold right there. Yep, I love fibs. I used to play them exclusively. I don't play them as much right now. They're just because when we go straight up, it's difficult. You know, when you're making a move up, then it's difficult to find some fibs. You do extensions, and you know, it's just, there's price action is probably a little better way to play. You know, where you take something like this, you know, and you break up. You can see there was a fake out, and then if we came back into the support, you know, that's a long right there. Just like here, what do? We came back. What are we doing right now? We're testing this area right here. Might not be a bad place to go long. Just a little 2-minute chart. All right, I'm going to switch over to a 5-minute here. Got 3 minutes left. I have a little alarm clock that I set for the open. 2 minutes. $19,750. Yep. You also have a 1-minute weighted moving average right here. It's currently at 51 roughly. There we go. We just hit it. Down to 43. A little bit of reaction. Let's see if we can push back up. Let me turn these on. All right, so let's go with green and red. All right, what do we got? 47 seconds. You know, is this a tough play? Yeah, especially right at open. Yeah, well, I won't do anything right now just because of, you know, we're right at open, right? But this is a 5-minute fair value gap. That's the bottom of the fair value gap. It's also the bottom. You know, we just came down and hit the bottom of the bear zone. All right, market open in 5. Yeah, normally I'd be waiting for that candle. You know, sometimes I'll take it right in there, like 750. And, you know, and then play the retracement. Take one off at 10 and then hold a runner. Here we go. We came up to the sell gap and came back into the buy gap. Again, you know, it's like wild, wild west in the first 5 minutes, right? So they're going to jerk you around. That's why you see most people just sit on their hands for the first 15 minutes. I usually do most of my trades after the first hour. So there you go. All right, coming down to the 38. Came down and hit this buy gap here. We got support down here. Run it over. Yeah, pretty standard. You know, something like that. Looks like we also have a trend line. Ooh, an overnight trend line. You know, I don't really care for that one. I would do something more like this, a little bit further down, something like that. There you go. But again, I'm going to sit on my hands. I'm not going to throw money away. Let's see how this plays. So we're coming back and checking the 38.2. You can see we didn't hit the 50%. So I'm a kind of a stickler for that. If anything, I'd be looking for a long year to go back up and hit that 50%. Could we just continue down? Yep, we could. Hold on one second. When would I enter? You know, right now I'm going to just be patient. I'm going to see what the market's going to give me. If we cross this trend line right here, that might be potentially a good entry. You know, you're going to want to watch this candle here, the 5-minute candle, and see what it does. We could keep going down. All right, we're hitting VWAP right now. Yep. So just patience. You know, we're not, you know, sometimes the best trade is no trade, right? Sure, could I have jumped in and taken the 1 minute opening range trade? You know, that 1 minute open or close at 738.75. You know, taking that short from 739 down to 708, so 30 points. Yep, you could have taken that. Okay, we're just now at target 1, which is 713. It looks like we're going to break that. Let's see if it holds. Okay, let me quickly look at NVIDIA, see what she's doing. Got a little bounce there. All right. So first 5-minute closed. Some people is the opening range on the 5-minute. and they consider that to be a, you know, a play. So if you wanted to take it short once we get past that, I mean, that's a play. I don't usually play it, but I'm trying to be cognizant of it. You know, we're up 150 points, so there's potentially, let's see. All right, we're waiting for a 5-minute close. So you got to remember, Powell's going to speak in 20 minutes, and the market might get a little wonky in there. So now I'm just going to be patient. Coming up on the 1 minute. Yeah, maybe. Or we could just be coming back up here and filling in this 5-minute wick test, right? Could be that's all we've really done, is we just wanted to fill this gap. You know, you still got 3 minutes left on this 5-minute. There's a lot can happen in that 5 minutes. Now, because of the way Fibonacci's are, you know, I'm looking for to come back up here to 783. That would be my kind of thought process, right? So it's not that I'm biased to the long side. It's just that I like to see, you know, for me, structure is everything. So if we don't come back up there, then I'm not going to be too happy. Okay. So my system says it's a chop, wait for a move up or down. So on the 2 minute pointed down, 3 minutes down, 5 minutes up, 15 minutes up, 60 minutes up. So it's conflicting. So there's no trend per se. You know, if we look at the overall picture, the trend is up, right? What did we do to this trend line? We came down, exceeded a little bit, popped back above it. So at this point, the trend is still up, still long. You know, if I can go to a 15-minute, you know, that's the trend. That's the short-term trend. Okay, see if we can crash above that. Label. Get rid of that label. All right, see if we can get above this trend line. So far, we just came up and hit it. But big move, you know, big bounce right here. All right, so 5 minute, we came up, hit the top of that. We've closed that gap. We're inside a bigger gap that didn't quite close. Need to get above that 50%. Okay. Yeah, possibly. Let me, you know, I'm not ready yet, Eugene. I've got to know you a little bit. I got to know what your, you know, what your background is, what your history is. How do you, you know, do you currently trade? You know what I mean? I need a little bit of info, so then I can know how to talk to you. I mean, if that makes sense. It makes sense to me, just because I want to know. You know, we can talk and you can just tell me, which is fine. But I don't like to go in someplace blind, not knowing, and then pick up something on the fly, if that makes sense. So maybe if you want to send me an email and give me a little bit of some of your history. What do you trade? What are you currently trading? Are you using prop firms, using cash? I know you work, so what are your hours of working? Yeah, because then it helps me know where to focus the energy, right? I don't want to just, you know, okay, spend an hour, find out, or spend 45 minutes, 30 minutes, find out where you're at as a trader, and then on the fly try to come up with a plan, or, you know, some things you need to focus on, right? Yeah. All right, so we rejected off that trend line. What's the bottom chart? What is the bottom chart? No, this is what do you call it? Delta, cumulative delta right here. So it's letting you know we're negative 1200, so it's bearish. And it went bearish pretty quickly. So we'll see if it's going to be a continuation of yesterday, or are we going to bounce back. Again, I like the 50% move up here. So if we can get a crossover, then I'll more than likely take a long. But right now, it's looking like potential just a short. Yeah. You know, this is Virgin 5 minute down here, so I wouldn't mind coming down to 704 before we make a move up. I'd be okay with that. What else we got? And not much down below. We'll see. I don't like that on all the charts. Yes, so we are above VWAP. Do I consider 7-Eleven a demand zone? No, other than it's the top of a gap. I would have to look out and look at it previously to see, is there demand there? If we look down here, I'm going to try to capture this entry here. All right, I'm going to just try a little long here. I don't know if this is a little too early. So 728. I won't give it much. See if we can make a move up. Would have been better to get it down here at 718. Okay, so looking back now at 7-Eleven. Yeah, I mean, there's potential. We could do something like this off this wick, come up here, right, and say, okay, there was a push up. Do I consider this whole area right here a demand zone? Maybe from, just based on the 15-minute chart, there could be an area in there I could argue, it'd probably be bigger. So if I was looking for areas, my area would be something like that. See, I can encompass all this right here, all this garbage here. And then when we broke out, we came back down to retest and before taking off. So that's where I would say it's more of an area for demand. Even something, I could even define it down, something like that. That makes sense? All right, so we got a nice little long going. Ideally, I want to see it come up here. That'd be ideal. So we got this prior resistance here. There we go, breaking up through it. I'd like to see him come up here, get above this guy at 764. Okay, perfect. All right, so I'll lock in. We're above that 1 minute weighted moving average. We're above this gap here. I'll start trying to lock in some profit. Yesterday I was a little slow on the reaction. What I like to do sometimes is something like this and go like that and say, okay, where's 20 points? That would give me 400. Put a little line there. Maybe 25. That would give me 50. That's 500, right? I can go to 600. Let's go to 700. You can see we're kind of stalling here. I don't particularly care for that. We are in this resistance area. All right. Here we go. Come on, baby. Let's get on up there. 83. It's 30 more points. That'd be another 600. That'd be a nice 1,000, right? If we can get there. That'd give me 53. I'd be good right there. Okay, we closed that 1 minute or that 2 minute gap there. But we're going to get taken out. Let's go to 5 minutes. See what we're doing. Okay. Didn't get up to our 83 I was hoping for. Still got 2 minutes left. Tempted to go try another long right here, right now. I'll give it a shot. Come on. All right. Get me back up there. Come on. All right, back above that 1 minute. Let's go. There we go. Good move. I'll take profit. It'll be a little more aggressive this time. Come on. Got to try to get above that. There we go. All right. I'll lock in 400 here. Close to it. All right. 545. Quick little 500 bucks. Powell's going to be talking in 6 minutes. I'm good right now. I'll just hold on. All right, get rid of the 5 minutes. Opening range. Get rid of this little trend line. You know, and you can always start another trend line, right? I would start at something like that. Yeah, maybe even something like that might be better. Again, looking for 783. I keep saying 583. You know, so I'm up 545, and the question This is a question I ask everybody I've ever talked to. How much is enough? Right? You're up 500 bucks. How much more do you need? Right? So 500 bucks, 25, if you can do that every day, that's 2,500 a week. That's 10,000 a month. How much more money do you need to survive? Right? And that's where greed gets into play. So some people right now would say, I'm good. I'm done trading. Made my 500. I'm good. Right? Now let's say you had 10 accounts. Well, then you're up 5K. Right? So that's the question you have to ask yourself, because some people at 5K, they wouldn't stop trading because it gets addicting. Right? And you say, okay, what's the other question? You know, the 5K, yeah, I mean, because every time you put risk on, there's a chance you're going to lose money every time you take a trade. But they think, oh, 5,000, I can make 20,000 or 30,000 today. Yep, you could. You can also lose that much. So that's correct. Now, you just got to get consistent in doing that. So you just got to find one trade, you know, that does it. You know, that you can play reliably every day. You know, these little trend line breaks, these are beautiful little trades. You know, right now the market's waiting for Powell, so it's going to be choppy. Yeah, and you can't walk away and become a successful trader. That's one of the first things you're going to have to learn, you know. And if you can't walk away, then turn your computer off. You know, that's all I can tell you, but I can't do it for you. Nobody can do it for you. It's up to you. You have to do it. It's kind of like, and I tell people this, think of this as a job, because that's what it is. It's a job. Okay. So and you're the boss, but you're also the worker. So if you tell yourself, I need $500 a day, and you make it within the first 10 minutes of trading, and then you continue to trade and lose it, you got to fire yourself, right? You're going to have to go get a job, because, you know, if you're the boss, you're saying, dude, you can't work here because you had your 500 bucks, you were done for the day, but you kept trading. You're fired. Get out of here. Right? So those are things that you have to take into account, and you have to learn how to say, okay, I'm good. I did what I needed to do today. Hell, go to simulation mode. Practice if you want to practice. So anyway, those are your challenges. That's what you have to do as a trader. You know, if I'm your boss and you're working for me and you make your 500 bucks and then you blow it, I don't know how much longer you're going to be working for me. I can tell you that, because then you have no control. Right? And this is a business. This is a job. That's why you're not going to see me take any trades right now. Powell's going to talk in another minute. Like right now. And, you know, so he started to talk. He hasn't said probably one word except for hello. And look at the market go crazy. All right, there's our 50%. Okay, so we're shooting for 840 now. We'll see if we can get a 5-minute close above the 50%. I may not even need that. It may just run all the way up to 840. So 783. All right, 50%. I want to see a 5-minute close, which we got a long time to wait. And then what I would do is I would set in a buy limit right here at 84.50. But we're just probably going to power on up. Okay, so there's another, this morning, I went to a 15-minute chart and I put in some areas right here. This is the big sell, so candle, rejection, bam, we came down. That's what we're moving up against now. We've got another one up here. So again, right at the 78.6. Okay, we just hit the 61.8. Let me get back to a 5-minute. Okay, so there's your 840. As discussed earlier for targets. Should have known Powell's going to be dovish, right? I mean, he always is. But these moves don't bother me. I mean, okay, yep, no worries. I'm not worried about missing this. I'm not worried about not being in it. I'm up $500. I'm all right now. Now I'm going to wait for a setup. I wait for a trade for me. And that all has to do with the 5-minute chart. So right now I can't do anything but watch and say, wow, what a big candle. 758 to 850. It's 100-pointer so far. And that was when Powell hadn't even said anything yet. It's crazy. He just said, good morning. Thank you all for being here. Boom. Tip off. Now they released a note, so he's reading. They're reading. All right, next up, 922. My guess is that's not going to hold it either, but we shall see. All right, minute 50 left, so I won't do anything until at least this candle closes. All right, 48 seconds left. Jump on it. Oh, you would have. Yeah, I mean, who cares? Right now, we're not worried about it. You know, to be a good trader, you got to have patience. Years ago, I would have jumped on this candle also. I would have been in the 2-minute chart, and I would have been in somewhere in here probably. Maybe even when we broke this high. You know, I might have taken that, which is legitimate. You could take that. Do I need to take it? Nope, I don't need to take it. All right, so 5-minute candle come in. Let's see where we're at. So we're retesting the 61.8. We did close above it, so so according to my teachings, my next target is here. Now, I will say in the last few months, I'm a little leery of that because the 70.2 seems to be a hot number. I don't know why. So I started just plugging it in just to watch it. Somebody recommended it. I took his advice, started watching it, and I'm like, A lot of times they won't even come up to 78.6. They come to 70.2 and stop. So I might have to redo my videos. That's something you can do, Eugene, as I have some Fibonacci training videos. You should watch those. It's just like this, gives you good thought process. So normally I would take this long right here at 785. 783. All right, just got taken out. But I would take it again. Oh, shoot. Just missed it. Let's see what happens here. All right. Tried to get my money back. I was good with that. But anyway, that was the place right there. So that would have been my normal play. Let's see. 83, just a little bigger stop. That's all. It's a 14-pointer. But that's why I got it on the way back up through. I tried to get it. And still, you know, it would have been a good play. 785, you're up 15, 30 points now. I got my money back a little bit, 20 bucks off. And I was thinking, okay. So what I'm looking for now is we came down. I don't really like this, that we came all the way down to the 50, but I'm okay with it. And then I would expect to move up here to the 78.6. So a lot of times I would take a long from here, from about 842. You know, if I didn't take 2 on this one, then I could consider a move back up above 841 to be a long. So we're going to come back up and retest that on the smaller time frames, the 61.8. Okay. So you could put, you know, something like this and say, okay, well, we're kind of breaking above that. There you go. See this, got to get this 5 minute to close. Okay. Okay, good. Excellent. I don't know Fib Queen, but if she's got a name like Fib Queen, hopefully she was good. Now I have my own little different takes on Fibonacci's. They're a little different, but they work. All right, so here's my move up. You know, like I said, you could have caught 842 and then take that long. We're looking for 923. I prefer this 5 minute to close first, but don't always get what you want. So that's why I didn't take it yet. But right here would have been a better play at 827. That was actually the entry. See how those little 2 minute and downtrend. I mean, cross that and there you go. Even 842 would have worked. Yep, that's correct. Okay. Okay, little gap here. Even the 842 would have been perfect. There you go, 20 points. So we're up at 70.2, 19,881. See if we get a move up and above. The video just taken off, which is why the market is taking off. Let's see. Oh. Okay, if you like what I'm doing on YouTube, you can give me a thumbs up. That'd be pretty cool. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I think I've given out 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 trades, and I think all 4 would have worked. All right, so there you go. Right now, we're just kind of hanging out. You can see we came up to that 70.2, not far above it. And getting a little bit of a pullback here. 2 minute. Let's see how they close out this 5 minute. Potential reversal candle here on the 5 minute. That or a continuation. That's what you got to wonder about. Okay, this is also bear's last stand right here. Pivot at 878. But looks like we're going to continue on. Let's see if we can get above there. 842 would have given you at least 40 points if you had had that, some kind of trailer or something. Yes, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Pal's still talking. See, a lot of people will just sit there and watch Powell talk this whole time, won't even trade. Here goes the short, the potential short I was talking about. Right there at 850. I was going to jump in. I think it's a legitimate. Came up, double top, bam. Release the Kraken. There you go, 70.2 held out again. Okay. You know, on a short-term basis, I could throw fib on. You know, down something like that. And what do we do? Look at that, right there on the money, 61.8. Right here on the 5-minute. Close enough, within a tick or two. All right, you got a potential reversal 5-minute candle here. Gravestone. It came back up, tried to get back above that. Couldn't do it. And now we came down and ticked right there. What's that? 778.94. So 779. And our low was, oh, what do you know? 779, right? To the tick. That's just the way it works. So a lot of times, if I don't want to see, you know, all the lines and everything, I'll just put something like that. Okay. But at least let me know where we could go. So we got 44 seconds on this 5-minute. A close below the 50% would probably mean further downside. Some people also look at this and say, okay, this big boner candle here, put your fibs up on that. 50% is right here at this red line, top of that. And if we close below that, then they'll be thinking more to the downside. Right? So at 810, but we're going to stay above that, looks like. There's 810, close enough to that red line. Okay, so because we hit the 61.8 to the tick, you know, and then retrace back up, man, it's tough to short. Tough for me to short. You know, the 2 minutes not giving me really anything to hold on to. You know, I don't really know where a trend line would go right now on the 2 minute. You know, I do know my delta's up to 600. positive. So I'm going to sit on my hands. You find the double top in the 5 minute. You know, I still like the 78.6 up here. You know, we didn't drop below this. Put in a lower, higher low. You know, so really, what's changed is this drop down here. Is it possible we go down below this trend line because we did a little peekaboo on this guy? Yeah, that's a possibility. So far, we're holding the bear zone. So it could have been just liquidity trap. We came back up. Did we take out the highs? Yeah. We didn't quite take out the highs up here. You know, look at the 2 minute. That was perfect tick for tick, I think. 896.25, 896.75. So a little bit lower. So what you have to do is find your trading style, right? What do you like? Fibonacci's, trend line breaks. You know, there's so many. You know, you can use fair value gaps. I mean, extensions, double tops. You could play posty pivots. There's so many things to trade, so many ways to trade. Yep, that's correct. Let's see. Okay. It's like we're going to come up and challenge those highs, maybe. All right, looks like Powell might be done talking. Sideways action. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to put a line here for the 78.6. And then I can delete that. So 922.25. There you go. And I'll put it on everybody's chart. So potential, we could get some resistance here. This is the 78.6, and I also have some resistance from previous 15-minute back from yesterday, right in here. We tried to move up, got stopped. You can see there's a little bit of collaboration right in here and here, right up here. See how these all trigger. So all right, let's see what happens. Okay, I don't want to take this quite yet. And I'm getting ready to, there we go. Maybe take a trade here. Let's see, where are we at? 903, 921. Huh. Good. Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right. Thanks for being here today. Good luck at your work today. Yep, and I will buy at the highs. I have no problem with that. So we'll see how this plays out. The longer we can stay below those highs, the better it'll be for me. I wouldn't mind seeing a little move down, create some interest on the short side, and then for them to bring it back up. I am going to be playing this pretty tight. So if I do get taken there at 0475, I'll move my stop up probably pretty quickly. I'm still up 500. We'll see how this helps or hurts. Again, a nice little move down I would like. And then get a little trap going. Get people to then have to start buying and then push up through the highs. Push up through 904. See if I can get 30, 40 points out of this. Got to watch for this M pattern here. Right. Got a potential reversal, 5 minute. Move down. I might even take the long off here at about 878. We'll see. Right now, the cumulative delta is heading downward, 815, 820. Let's see what that does. At least we're positive. Okay. Okay, so we're making this little move down. I need to get my little pin. There we go. What's that called? Okay. Yeah, there was that short. Damn it. It's all right though. All right, coming up on the 1 minute weighted moving average, dropping down. See if we VWAP can hold. So far, this bear zone's holding. Oh. I think all the news is pretty much done. Let's see. Goldsby speaks at another hour. And then, oh, just Goldsby.
Y'all are funny.
All right, be right back. Yep, just being patient. I'm not ready to short. We're up 230 points, so I needed to get down below this area before I would go short, probably 750. You know, just going down below the 1 minute weighted moving average and then going below VWAP. You know, that's a pretty good kicker on the short. Just looks like we're going to do it. We got this gap here. Maybe we just wanted to come down and fill that gap. You know, 861. Let's see what happens if it took long there. Ah, missed it. Now, if you're not comfortable with the long here, you know, right there at 860, which looks like we're not, but I always wait for a move back up and around. So that's what I'll be watching for. But it doesn't look like we're going to get it. It looks like this is short all the way. Let's see if we can get a move back up here closer to VWAP and take that short. All right, we came down to that trend line. Nvidia's coming down. That's why the big hoo-ha. Nvidia's down to VWAP, which is where the institutions would like to buy it. 127.60. All right, see how it plays. So right now we are, let's see, what is that? Pivot is 726.50. We just dropped that. And coming down to the midnight open trade. So 669 there is the bottom control. A lot of times I would like to take that short from there. We'll see how it plays. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Missed that trade. Shit. Oh, you sucker fish. My short was 706. I would have gotten all 5 off. Darn you. All right, so I'm going to wait for a 5-minute close, and we'll see what that entails. Son of a gun. Now I got a high-risk trade. All right, get rid of some of this crap so I can see what I'm doing here. There we go. Son of a gun. See if I can get tagged up there at where I wanted to be at originally. You know, that was a 64-point push down. Darn you. All right, so 677. 677. So we came up 20 points. I don't know if we're going to get it up. I don't think I'm going to get up there to my 604, 704. Oh, that's disappointing. Oh. Let's see. So I pushed 3 PA accounts to 900. Oh, what a bummer. Okay. I'm going to have to take this out, I think. I don't think we're going to get there. I needed that 5-minute candle to get up there and get it. 97, 5.2. All right, I can see us coming down to about 608. That would be my target. I could reduce this down a little bit. Turd. All right, 12 seconds. So we're going to get a green candle here. Let me try this right here. All right, took one off. See if I can get decrease to 1. Oh, come on, stay back down. There we go. All right, took another one off. I'll go more towards break even now. Bring this guy down. Bring this guy to make up for that 39. There we go. Let's see if we can get something. Come on down. Nope. All right. Big old gap here. Big sell gap here. I just don't know. I wouldn't mind putting. Oh, yeah, probably wasn't ready to do that yet. Turd. I was just going to play around. I didn't think we were that close. There you go. Way to get bit. All right. So if we move back down, I definitely want to take it to the short side. We're still up 144, so I probably ought to stop thinking about being short. So earlier on the move down, as it was coming down, we passed my 704. I jumped into a short on 3 of my PA accounts and got up around 8. Looks like around 890. Let's see if we can get this guy to hit all 5. Okay, so I'm going to give it one more attempt. We're at the bottom control there. See if the bottom can hold. It would have been nicer to be up at 725, but it's all right. Come on, stay down. One good drop down. That's all we need. Get about 30 points. Didn't want to see that. I was going to take one off at about 16, maybe 15. There you go. Just to reduce the risk a little bit. Oh, there you go. Taken out. All right. I'll hold off now. So we're testing the bottom of that trend line. It's still a good place to be short. I'll give it one more stab. One more stab. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. Let's see. Let's go decrease. Let's get that bottom one. I'd like to stay below 704 now. Come on, baby. Just be patient here. Up a K. Okay. Made up some losses there. So that was an Apex account I was trading. Then I was trading 3 PA accounts. That's good. Not a great day. 8, 16, 2400. 8, 16, 24, 2500. Wow. Wowsy, wowsy, wows. $69 points, 150 points. What time was that? 10:49. So I'm just doing some recording of trades. 10 points. So that was easy peasy. Momentum. Wow. Wowsy, wows, wows. All right. All right, potential reversal candle, 5-minute right here, right now. Nope. All right, gonna go higher. Okay, it's Friday. I'm done trading. Let's see. I just want to show the 3 accounts that I'm trading for a particular strategy. And here's a Apex evaluation account for today. I've got, yeah. So this is where I'm end up today on my little 3 that I'm trading for this particular strategy I've been doing lately. And then valuation. So today's 602. That was from the 5 tracks and things like that I was doing earlier on these screens. And that was today. So not a great day, not a bad day. Good way to end the week. Yeah. So particular strategy, man, it's doing well. So, all right, that's it. I'll put out some videos this weekend. I'll update some and add some voiceover to some other ones that I had some audio problems. I seem to have gotten that fixed, and go from there. But I think I'm pretty much done since I don't have anybody in here that wants to talk to me. So it's Friday. Be a good day to get out. All right. Have a good weekend. Have a good week. Next week, I'll be live. All right. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't think I can see anybody else. So I'm good.